Good morning, students. Yesterday we already started with that is the male reproductive system. That is the third part of the male reproductive system. Today we are going to discussing about the last part of the male reproductive system. What is it? Male reproductive system. Male reproductive system. Male reproductive system. Male reproductive system. What is system? Male reproductive system. Male reproductive system, we already covered what is the pathway of sperm cells. Yesterday only we are completed. Coming to the next one, the testis. Coming to the next one, testis. See here, testis. What is the testis? If you observe the testis, the oval shaped structures. The testis always oval shape. The internal part of the testis, the internal compartment 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 of the testis. The transverse section of this internal section is indicate testis. That indicate 250 compartments. 250. Each testis is consists of 250 testicular lobules. Testicular lobules. Testicular lobules. Each testicular lobules. Each testicular lobules. Each testicular lobules. Each testicular lobules consists of 1 to 3 highly coiled. 1 to 3 highly coiled. 1 to 3 highly coiled seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubules. Transverse section of the seminiferous tubules. Transverse section of transverse section of seminiferous tubules. Transverse section of the seminiferous tubules. See, transverse section of the seminiferous tubules. Transverse section of the seminiferous tubules. If you observe the seminiferous tubules, the transverse section of the seminiferous tubules. The transverse section of seminiferous tubules. The transverse section of the seminiferous tubules. The transverse section of the seminiferous tubules. The transverse section of seminiferous tubules. See here. The transverse section. The seminiferous tubules. The inner lining of the seminiferous tubules. The inner lining of the seminiferous tubules is consists of two types of cells. Inner lining of the seminiferous tubules is consists of two types of cells. The first cell, germinal epithelium cells. The inner lining of the seminiferous tubules. The inner lining of the seminiferous tubules. The inner lining of the seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubules. The inner lining of the seminiferous tubules contains two type of cells. Two type of cells. One cell, germinal cells. They will produce the continuously divide during the meiotic divisions. They produce sperm cell. The second cell, the cylindrical shaped cells, it is known as a Sertoli cells. See here, the cylindrical shape is known as a Sertoli cells. They indicate Sertoli cells. Cylindrical shape is also known as a Sertoli cells. Sertoli cells. The two type of cells. These indicate seminiferous tubules. The first cell, this cell indicate. These cells are indicate germ cells. Germ cells are germinal epithelium cells. These cells produce the continuous meiotic divisions. Meiotic division. They produce sperm cells. They produce sperm cells, the first cell. The seminiferous tubules consist of two types of cells. Inner line, germ cells produce sperm cells. These cylindrical cells is indicate Sertoli cells. What is this cells? Sertoli cells. These Sertoli cells are also known as nurse cells. Nurse cells. What is the function of these Sertoli cells? They will provide nourishment to they will provide nutrition to the sperm cells. What is the function of these Sertoli cells? What is the function of Sertoli cells? They provide nourishment to the sperm cells. They will provide food to the sperm cells. Okay, coming to the next one. This indicates Sertoli cells, this indicates Sertoli cells. Okay, and coming to the next one. Between the one seminiferous tubules, second seminiferous tubules, see them. Seminiferous tubule. Okay, these are the seminiferous tubules. One seminiferous tubule and other seminiferous. Between the gap between the seminiferous tubule and other seminiferous tubule, this gap is indicate interstitial space. There is a gap, interstitial space. This space, it is filled with interstitial fluid. The gap is located between the two seminiferous tubules. It is seminiferous tubule. This gap is always a interstitial space. This space is consist of one special cells. These cells are indicate leading cells. What is the cells? Leading cells. These cells are located between the two seminiferous tubules. These leading cells produce testosterone hormone. What is the function of the leading cells? Testosterone hormone. The testosterone hormone is helpful for the secondary sexual characters of the male. What is the name? What is the first one? See here. It is the testis. Inside the testis consists of 250 testicular tubules. Each testis. Inside each compartment consists of 1 to 3 highly coiled seminiferous tubules. The transverse section of the seminiferous tubules, okay, one seminiferous tubule. If you observe the inner lining of the seminiferous tubule, two types of cells. What is the first type of cells? The germ cells. The germ cells produce, it is a sperm cells. Continuously divide, they will produce sperm cells. The second cylindrical cells, Sertoli cells, are also known as nurse cells. They will provide nourishment to the sperm cells. Between the one seminiferous tubule and other seminiferous tubules, this gap is known as a interstitial space. This space is consist of leading cells and also consists of this gap is consist of blood capillaries. Blood vessels. Consist of blood vessels. The blood vessels also present. The neurons also present. That area. Leading cells produce testosterone hormone. It is the observation of the internal parts of the testis. Okay. The next one, the accessory structures. The accessory ducts. What is the accessory ducts? The accessory ducts. What are the accessory ducts? Accessory ducts means extra ducts. What is the name? Extra ducts. What are the extra ducts? They participate in the extra ducts. What is extra ducts? First one, reta testis. The next one, the reta testis. Vasa. It is a vasa efferentia. Next one, epididymis. Next one, vasa deferentia. These are the ducts are participate into the, they will participate into the transportation of sperm cell and maturation of the sperm cell and store the sperm cells. Okay, this epididymis also helpful for the maturation of the sperm cells. These ducts are helpful for this extra ducts are helpful for the transportation of the sperm cell from the seminiferous tubules to outside the body. Okay, the reta testis open into the vasa efferentia. Vasa efferentia open into the epididymis. Epididymis open into the vasa deferentia. What is the function of the epididymis? It is a storage of the sperm cell, maturation of the sperm cell. Storage and maturation of the sperm cell. Storage and maturation of the sperm cell. Maturation of the sperm cell. Maturation of the sperm cell. The storage and maturation of sperm. Vasa differential. Vasa differential reduction helpful for the, there is the transportation of the sperm cell. Transportation sperm cell. Next one. This vasa differentia open into the posterior side. They are open into the urinary bladder. It is open into the urinary bladder to the, that is the urinary bladder with the help of one important duct is known as a ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct is open into the seminal vesicles. Ejaculatory ducts. Ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct open into the seminal vesicles. Seminal vesicles. These are the glands. Seminal vesicles are open into the prostate glands. Open into the prostate glands. The prostate glands open into the Cowper's glands. What is the glands? Cowper's glands. The Cowper's glands open into the Cowper's glands open into the urethra. Urethra open into the urethral meatus. Urethral meatus. The urethral meatus open into the outside. Outside the body. Outside the body. Urethral meatus open into the outside. Open into the outside. Okay. The next one. These are the glands. What are the glands? These are the ducts. Ejaculatory duct, vasa efferentia, epididymis, vasa efferentia, reta testis. These are the ducts. These are the glands. What are the glands? They produce semen. They produce semen. See, coming to the glands. Coming to the glands. Coming to the glands. What are the glands? They participated into the human reproductive system. What is the first gland? Seminal vesicles. Seminal vesicles. Seminal vesicles. The second one, prostate glands. Prostate glands. Prostate glands. The next one, Cowper's glands. Cowper's glands. The Cowper's glands are also known as bulbo-urethral glands. Bulbo-urethral glands. The seminal vesicles. Seminal vesicles means they will produce seminal fluid, but there is nothing but semen. Okay, they will produce. See, seminal vesicles produce the more contribution. They will produce more maximum contribution of the maximum produce 50% of the seminal fluid. 50% of the seminal fluid. The prostate gland will produce 25% of the seminal fluid. 25% of the seminal fluid. 25% of seminal fluid. This seminal fluid, it is composed of fructose. What is the name? Fructose. What is the composition? Fructose. Okay, it is the main composition. The fructose and also calcium ions, and also enzymes. Next one, citrate. These all are the composition of the semen. 25% of the prostate gland. It is the produced of the alkaline medium. It is the alkaline medium. It is helpful for the lubrication process. Lubrication process. These seminal vesicles, prostate gland, they will produce semen. The semen is mixed with sperm cell. The sperm cell is produced by the seminiferous tubules. That's produced by the, once the sperm cell travel into the testis to the seminal vesicles, this seminal fluid mixed with the sperm cell. Okay, these seminal vesicles and prostate gland both are participated to the, they will produce seminal fluid.
But the Cowper's gland, bulbourethral glands, they are not produce any seminal fluid, but they participate into the lubrication process. Once the penis inserted into the female genital tract or female vagina, they easily pass into the penis easily pass into the with the help of bulbourethral glands. The prostate gland, they are helpful for the contraction of the penis. The prostate glands, they are helpful for the contraction of the penis. Contraction process, and also coalition is also helpful for the contraction process. It is also generate energy. The coalition also participate into the contraction process. Factors is they will provide energy. The fructose is they will provide energy. Okay, they will provide the energy. These are seminal vesicles, prostate gland, Cowper's gland. They will produce semen. They will produce this all is the seminal fluid. Semen. What is the name? Semen. The semen is nothing but sperm cells, combined with seminal fluid. See, the seminal vesicles and prostate gland both are produce seminal fluid. The sperm cell, they will produce by the testis. Both are combined. It is known as a semen. What is the pH of semen? The pH is 7.7. The pH of semen. It is a white liquid color. What is the color of the semen? White liquid color. It is consists of calcium ions, enzymes, citrate. Okay, and also this materials, enzyme citrate. These are the prostate glands. See here, the semen means what is the composition of the semen? The sperm cells are the 25% of the semen. The semen is the 25% of the semen. The remaining is the seminal vesicles is the 50%. Prostate glands 25%. Okay, the total percent is 100% of semen. 100% of semen. 100% of semen. 100% means 25% is the sperm cells. What is the semen composition? 25% of the sperm cells. Seminal vesicles provide 50% of seminal fluids. Prostate provides 25%. This is also combined with 25% of the sperm cells, 50% of the seminal vesicles fluid. Next one, 25% of the prostate gland. These all are combined with the semen. The semen is a combination of the sperm cells as well as seminal fluid. The seminal fluid composition, calcium ions, citrate, enzymes. These all are mixed with certain enzymes. These all are combined with the seminal fluid. But these bulbourethral glands and Cowper's gland participate into the lubrication process. Once the penis inserted into the vagina, the penis is easily passed into the process known as a lubrication process. And also prostate gland will produce prostate gland lipids. These prostate glands are for the contraction process. Calcium ions, contraction process, citrate. They will generate energy with the help of Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle. Up to here, the male reproductive system is completed.